Hey friends, it's me Lisa and I'm back with another review. Before I get started, I'd like to say thank you to all my wonderful new subscribers. If you haven't already, guys, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends because guess what? It really helps the channel. Today, guys, I'm so delighted to be talking about an oldie but a goodie film. I just watched it again recently after many years of watching this film, many years of not watching this film. And you know what? I actually cried again. And I remember, I don't know if you guys follow my channel regularly. I constantly talk about, a lot of the movies these days are really not that great and you just can't get through them. And I still stand by that statement because a lot of these movies these days, you just can't even go through like a half an hour, or even 30 minutes through the movie without you switching it off. So anyway, guys, the film I want to talk to you about today is called The Green Mile. It is an amazing film, guys. I was sitting there and I watched this film many years ago, and I remember the film vividly. And I saw that it was on Netflix, and I turned it on and I started watching it, and I watched it through, from the beginning to end, no fast forwarding, no nothing, because this is just to show you the quality of the films that they used to put out before compared to right now. Anyway, this film, guys, if you haven't seen it, is absolutely amazing. It stars Tom Hanks, and you guys know Tom Hanks. He's absolutely amazing in everything he does. I don't have to name his credits. He is stunning in everything he does. And also it stars the late Michael Clarke. And Michael Clarke is not in this movie very much, but he is a very strong, and his role is very, very, very important to this film. So anyway, without me going on any more about that, I just wanted to say, you guys really have to see this film. And it also stars Sam Rockwell, and he has a wonderful performance in this as well. I mean, the whole cast is just amazing. I mean, everybody that's in this film is, perfectly cast, and everybody does what they're supposed to do, perfectly in this film. Anyway, so without further ado, I'm going to get into the film, The Green Mile. All right, let's get into this now. So The Green Mile, like I mentioned, stars the late Michael Clarke and Tom Hanks. Okay, and of course, like I said before, the cast in this whole film is amazing. Anyway, so the film is basically, I really love this film. I can't stress it enough. It takes place in the 30s, and Michael Clarke's character, his name is John Coffey. He's a middle-aged man. He's very tall, he's very strong, very out there, hard not to notice, and he's a black man, and he's in the 30s. So what happens is, without ruining it too much for you, is there's two little girls that are, they go missing, and the father and a whole group of other people go to help look for these two missing girls. They find the two little girls with John Coffey, Michael Clarke's character. He's created only these two young girls in his hands, and he's saying he's sorry, and he's crying and remorseful. Because of the times, obviously, he has these two girls in his hands and they're bloody, and he's crying and he's remorseful that he cannot do anything, but everybody's taking his remorse as guilt. Because it is the 1930s, first and foremost, it is, racial segregation, it's the South, and everybody has, negative, perceptions to black people. And he's a black man. Not only is he a black man, he's a black man with a disability that can't defend himself and talk about that he didn't do this. So they assume that they see him with these two little girls, that he did this, that he raped and murdered them. So he's sent to a prison where Tom Hanks' character is the warden, and he's the warden of this prison. And when he notices him, he notices that he's very, although he's a very strong, big, heavy-set man, he's very sweet, and he's very timid in so many ways, because he's even something as small as being afraid of the dark. For this big grown man, he's afraid of the dark. And as they get to know him, they see that he has this really wonderful character, and he has these abilities to heal. He actually heals Tom Hanks' character from a bladder infection. And then there's one of the wardens. The warden has a wife that is not well, and he heals her. So the gist of this film is basically that Tom Hanks' character is knows that he's innocent, because he's able to, John Coffey is able to transmit what really happened to the young girls to the Tom Hanks character. And he knows that he's innocent, but he can't do anything to save him. So as a result of this, he ends up living a really long life in which he reflects back on the fact that John Coffey got executed for a crime that he didn't commit. So it is an amazing film, guys, and I can't stress it enough. I was actually crying, although I've seen this film like 1,000 times before. And like I said, it's really vivid in my mind, but I turned it on again, and it was really good to watch again. So if you get a chance, guys, definitely watch The Green Mile. It is so worth watching. It's an old film from 1999, but you know, it's really great to watch it now because, like I said, really and truly, I mean, if you go through like the newer films, it's like honestly, if I was going to the theater, I don't know if I could go to the theater anymore if COVID wasn't around. I just think I'd just be going all the time, just going for like a half an hour and asking for my money back, because like honestly, a lot of the things that are coming out these days are just, I can't get through even like a half an hour of half of these things. You know what I mean? I sit there, I'm like, okay, maybe you just don't have the patience. Maybe you just need to give it some time. And no matter what I do, it just doesn't happen. I just end up switching it off, end up watching something else completely, because I just don't feel like the movies these days have you know, the charm and the storylines and the writing, like, you know, movies of like 20 years ago, you know, 10 years ago even. I mean, it's just horrible. It just seems like they're just pumping out things, and it's just quantity but no quality. You know what I mean? And I think I've watched some YouTubers, you know, talk about this as well. And I'm not the only one that thinks this. I mean, not only YouTubers, but just friends I've talked to about this as well. And I think a lot of us are on the same wavelength, that a lot of the movies these days are just not very good. So I was really happy just to watch The Green Mile again after many years, and I just wanted to put my 10 cents in it and let you guys know about it, and tell you guys to watch it if you get a chance. It's on Netflix right now, so watch it and enjoy it. It's a good film. It's an old film, but it's worth watching. Anyway, guys, you know the drill. If you like what you've seen, if you like what you heard, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Bye.